Alright guys, so I'm a little bit excited today to be showing you guys what I picked up. This is something I've been wanting for a while, and it's nothing ridiculously expensive or anything like that, or insanely rare, but it's just something I've been wanting. And this, of course, is the G.I. Joe Renegades 4-pack, which was an Amazon exclusive back in 2012. Now, in 2012, I wasn't really collecting. I had a few things, but not a lot. It wasn't until a couple years later I started slowly getting back into collecting, so I kind of missed the boat getting it, when it was new. And then it wasn't really till a couple years ago I got back into collecting, 1/18 scale or 3 3/4 inch figures. So, and honestly, there's really only two lines I collect, Star Wars and G.I. Joe. And by that point, I mean, this thing fluctuated in price, depending on what was going on with the market, anywhere from $80 to $130 for this 4-pack. Now, at $80, it's not too bad. You're basically paying $20 a figure inside. But more than that, that's a little much for me. That's a little too pricey for me personally. So never really picked it up. I'll go into what I paid for this when the video's towards the end, but needless to say, I paid a lot less than $80. I'm very happy about that. I'm very happy to get this in my collection. But we've got here a brand new, unopened, factory sealed, G.I. Joe Renegades 4-pack. And very, very excited to get a hold of this thing. It's not like the figures inside are really rare. In fact, I think all the figures inside are also figures that came out single cards, so that's not a big deal. It's just, I don't know. I just wanted this. That's what it is. That's part of the deal about collecting. Sometimes you just want a specific thing or a specific version of a thing, and that's what this is for me. So we are going to crack this guy open and see what we've got inside. All right, so when you take the outside box off, you've got this box on the inside, which looks amazing. I love the artwork on this. Looks really cool. You got the G.I. Joe there, UPC, all that kind of stuff. We got the back of the pack that shows you the figures that are inside. So we got Storm Shadow, the Cobra Ninja Viper, Snake Eyes, and Duke. So we've got those 4 figures inside, and at this point, it's not even taped shut. You just kind of lift the top off there. And then you've got the figures inside right there. So we've got our file cards here, and then we've got the figures. So we can see them there in the package. So we've got Snake Eyes, we've got Duke, Storm Shadow, and then we've got the Red Ninja, which is just a repainted Storm Shadow, so that's not a big deal. But there we are. We have them all nice and new in the package. So let's take them out of the packages and see how I like it. Alright, so here they are in all their glory, and the first thing I gotta point out, you'll notice that Duke and Snake Eyes are on their bases. The Red Ninja and Storm Shadow are not, and that's because the peg holes in the bottom here are too small for the pegs that come on here. Now, I can do some modifications and probably will to the pegs there, not to the figures themselves, just to get them to fit on there, because I do like having my guys on their stands. But this is what we've got here. So here we've got the Red Ninja Viper, and again, this is the same thing as Storm Shadow right here, just different color. And then of course Storm Shadow has the piece across his chest. They have the same sheath in different colors, same swords in different colors, but they are exactly the same figure. But the color and the strap across the chest do give enough differences. I like them both. Now, as far as articulation and all the stuff on these guys, I'm not going to go over that. This is basic, like, 25th anniversary, 30th anniversary, 50th anniversary level G.I. Joe stuff, all the way up to the modern retro collection stuff. That's what this is. So if you know those, which you should, you know the articulation here. But we do have the figures here, and Storm Shadow looks awesome. Storm Shadow being my favorite character from G.I. Joe, which honestly was the big selling point for me, because I wanted a Storm Shadow figure, and this box set came with that. But those two are basically the same figure right there. They both look pretty cool. Of course, we've got the tattoo there, the ninja tattoo there on both of them, and everything looks good. The swords look good. Got some paint on the swords there, giving it kind of a metallic look there. Looks good. I dig it. Then of course we've got Snake Eyes here. Now Snake Eyes is the one that has the the most issues with articulation because of his coat, and because of the arms they put on here with the sculpt on there for the coat. So he has less articulation than the other three does, just because of the jacket. But other than that, still pretty much the same as all the rest of them go. Take him off the stand there, and he looks really good. I dig that. I dig the sculpt on this. I think it looks good. This is a great looking Snake Eyes right here. He's got his sheaths there with his swords. Again, you get the sword with a little bit of paint on there, so you got a little bit of a shiny paint on there. Not much, but just a little bit, enough that it's just not one solid color. So that looks pretty good. I dig that. I like the way this guy came out. I think they did a good job. I mean, take the jacket off. I mean, it's pretty basic. It almost looks like a miniature Fortnite figure there. But still pretty cool. Jacket looks good. Got the logos there, the ninja logos there on the arms. Everything looks good. I love the head sculpt on this guy. I think he looks great. Yeah, I like it. I dig it a lot. Let's see if we can get him to stand up without his stand there. Yeah, looks like it. Then, of course, Duke. This is obviously the Renegades animated version of Duke with the big flak jacket or bulletproof vest or whatever this is supposed to be. Almost looks like a bomb disposal outfit he's got going on. I don't know if that's what he's supposed to be wearing, because honestly, I only ever watched the very first episode of G.I. Joe Renegades back in the day, and I haven't ever watched it since. Now, you can take this off. There's a little clip right here on this side, and you can pop this off, and then he's basically just got a green t-shirt on underneath. But I like the look with this vest on. But he looks pretty cool, and again, same articulation as all the rest of them. Head sculpt on there looks really good. I like this look for Duke. I think it looks good. I love the knee pads on there, so that looks great. As far as other weapons go, Duke and Snake Eyes both come with other weapons. Snake Eyes comes with a couple little pistols here that he does not have any sheaths for or holsters for. And then same thing here. He comes with this kind of generic laser rifle bullpup design thing here. And Duke comes with two pistols as well. Again, kind of generic, whatever. He has no holsters for him. And then he comes with that same little laser rifle bullpup design there as well. And that's about it. I mean, that's the extent here. Look, this is nothing crazy. If you like G.I. Joe, I mean, there's nothing unexpected here. There's nothing unusual here. As I said before, this isn't like a holy grail set or anything like that. It's just something really cool that I've been wanting for a long time, and I'm glad I finally have it. And to get into price here real quick, I paid $40 for this. It was up for bid on eBay and nobody was bidding on it. In fact, it was the only one that was up for bid. All the rest had buy it now prices going on, and they were all at $80 or above. The highest one I saw was $110 plus shipping, and nobody was bidding on this. So I did what I usually do when I see something like that. I waited till about 10 seconds before the auction was up, and I bid the $40, and I won the bid. Nobody else bid on this 4-pack. I don't know why. I guess I was the only one lucky enough to see it, or whatever. I don't know, but I'm glad I did, and obviously at that price, it's hella worth it. I mean, you're talking $10 a figure, okay? It was even free shipping in the auction. It was like a miracle find there on eBay that nobody else saw for some reason. I don't know. So I basically paid $10 a piece for these, and I could not be happier at this point. Very happy to have this in my collection. Very glad that I found this on eBay when I did, just doing a random search for something completely different but G.I. Joe related, and I saw this and I was like, wow, and it had a day left. I waited the day, I placed my bid, and now it's here. So obviously that's not something that you'll be able to do. I don't think. I seriously doubt lightning strikes twice in this case. But even at $80, I gotta say, these figures are worth $20 a piece. I mean, they are. They just are. I mean, you're paying more than that to get single carded figures if you're looking to pick up, whether it's 25th anniversary, 50th anniversary, or even some of the newer, retro collection series. They're gonna cost you $20 or more anyway. And you can get some cool older figures from the Renegades cartoon that have kind of a cooler and unique look. At least in Duke's case, they do. I mean, the Storm Shadows and Snake Eyes are a lot of reuse there. But Duke is actually a new sculpt, a newer figure. And, you know, for 20 bucks a piece, even if you got to drop 80 for the whole pack, it's not a bad deal, honestly. It's really, really not. So, that is it, guys. I am glad to have these in my collection. As you can obviously tell from the very beginning of the video, if you're into G.I. Joe, maybe it's worth taking a look at to see if it's something worth it for you, too. So, there you go, guys. That's it. Thanks for watching, as always, and always remember to enjoy your collection.